Hey guys, in today's episode, I got to sit down with one of the most talented, hard-working ladies in the EDM scene, Miss Vanesa Seco. Van has built a huge platform for herself through her insane shuffling skills and creative vision with her content. Today, we chat about her family life, her TikTok strategies, who inspires her, and of course, her family's amazing rave wear company, Diosa by Seco. We are bringing the energy with this one, so get excited and let's just jump right into things. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Rave Culture Cast, your weekly guide to the EDM community, music festivals, and more. I'm singing today. I'm in a singing mood. I'm your host, Emma Kapotes. Welcome, you guys. Whether this is your first episode or you've been here from the beginning, I am so excited to have you here. This is a big one. A lot of you guys have guessed who today's guest was going to be. It's somebody you have requested over and over again, and I am so excited I finally got to sit down with Miss Van Seco. So you guys are in for a real treat with today's episode. But before we jump into things, you guys know the drill. You can always connect with us at Rave Culture Cast and at Emma Kapotes if you want to follow along with everything going on social media. And we do have a new YouTube channel. It is called Rave Culture Cast Clips, where I feature weekly highlights and bonus interviews. So today, Van and I did a bonus lightning round style interview that will only be available on that YouTube channel. So you guys definitely want to subscribe over there and check that out. All right, I'm gonna jump right into our listener of the week. We've got a really good one today. If you guys want me to shout anybody out, you can nominate somebody by emailing me at raveculturecast@gmail.com and just send your short little message and we'll shout some people out. We'll highlight our listeners. So this one today comes from Deb Lynn and it says, hey, thanks for keeping the scene fires burning, Emma. You are a huge light for us while we are missing our live music and vibing with each other. I would like to nominate a duo, if I may. Deanna and I met through my husband. Our 10-year friendship has developed into something I deeply treasure, and she's one of the most fire women I know. She's devoted, legit hardworking, she sees good in people and helps them shine it out. She's been an incredible partner in crime. When we parachuted into WMC 3 years ago, lady photo shoots, dance floor adventures, and all the big and little fun stuff in between. And Derek, her boyfriend. Although he met her solo on a Marcus Scholl's dance floor, he's been so accepting of our friend fam. He's taken time to get to know us, and we fully adopted this generous, big-hearted guy. He also serves in the military, and we thank him for that. Yes, 100%. He introduced us to Electric Forest and won us a backstage meet and greet with Dr. Fresh. What a gem, right? We also kidnapped his dog Jazzy into our fam. Together, they have built a mini fest in which we celebrate music, friendship, river floaty jams, and working together. We have communal meals, epic decorations, and take care of each other. I love and respect their hard work, their readiness to play, their giving natures, and their openness. Love you too. That just filled my heart up with so much joy. First off, written beautifully, Deb. That was written beautifully. That I feel like I know your friendship from reading that. So shout out to Deanna and Derek, you guys. You are our listeners of the week. That was a perfect example of a submission, you guys. So if you want to have a shout out like this, again, feel free to email me, raveculturecast@gmail.com. Ooh, and I'm very excited, you guys. One more thing before we jump into this interview with Van. You guys, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back for round 3. It was about time that we did another Your Most Embarrassing Rave and Festival Stories episode. This is like by far one of the most popular episodes I've done. We've already done 2 rounds. They are fucking hysterical. I will never get sick of doing these. And I think I have some stories left over from the last one. So what I need from you guys is your best submissions. Send in your funniest, raunchiest, rated R, not suitable for work, embarrassing ass rave and festival stories or memories. They can be anonymous, just write that in your email. And I do need them quickly because I think it's gonna be next week's episode. So I would need your submissions in by this Saturday, the latest, November 21st. Go crazy, have as much fun as possible. It can be a shorter or longer story, doesn't matter, but I literally have the best time doing these episodes. And I think the last one was in April, so it's been a while. So anyway, send in your stories. I'm very excited about that. Again, email them to raveculturecast@gmail.com and get ready for another raunchy episode next week. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, without further ado, I wanna get right into this interview because Van and I cover a lot. Really quickly, I just wanna say, I've been following Van for a long time. I'm sure a lot of you guys have. I obviously became familiar with her through her shuffling videos and following her on social media. And I just really admire her as a content creator. I seriously have been trying to get this interview because I just think she is, not only she's so talented, she's so hardworking, and I appreciate her hustle so much. And her family is amazing. I got to meet Pam and her mom at Electric Zoo last year, and they were so cute. They gave me like the biggest hug. And I met Van at EDC Orlando last year, and she was so sweet. So I love that their family is so involved in everything that they do, whether it's the content that they're creating. They all live together in LA, or if it's Diosa by Seco, which is their rave wear line, and they're gonna be doing some exciting things coming up with that we're gonna talk about today. But I think it's amazing what she's done for the shuffling community. I think it's so cool how much she's grown her platform. Congrats to her. She hit 1 million followers on TikTok, and that was like a few weeks ago, so I'm not even sure what she's at now, but it's freaking crazy. So much respect going out to her. So you guys are gonna learn a lot more about Van's life, how she got to where she is right now. There's so much that goes into her family, what they've been through, and yeah, we're gonna talk about TikTok and her entire content creation process, her shuffling classes. She does virtual shuffling classes on Saturday that you can sign up for. What else? Oh my God, we're gonna talk about who inspires her, collabs that she's done, festival fashion, all of that fun stuff. So it's gonna be a wild ride. Get excited. Go show her some love. If you don't already follow her, tell her Rave Culture Cast sent you and you heard the episode. And go support her, take a class, watch her stuff on TikTok. So her handle is at Vanesa Seco, VANSECOO. And with all that being said, please join me in welcoming Van to the podcast. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, just to get started, I wanted to start off by doing a whole introduction to you. So could you just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you do?
Yes. Well, hi, I'm Vanesa Seco on Instagram, Van Seco. I am from Miami, Florida, but my nationality is Colombian and Venezuelan. My mom is Colombian and my dad's Venezuelan. So we have very much a Spanish household.
Yeah.
We speak Spanish. We are definitely like to our roots 100%.
Yeah.
Even though I was born in Miami, so I am American. My brother's not American, neither is my dad or my mom. But me and my sister are. We were luckily born here. And I'm from Miami. Then I moved up to like West Palm Beach. I went to high school there, and then I went to Orlando to UCF.
Awesome.
And then, is that it? Or should I like explain like,
no, you're good. And now, well, so did the whole family, everybody, are you guys all living together now in LA?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We all went away, for a long time, like for when I was in college, when my brother was in college in New York. And then Pam, also like she never left, but she went to college. And then we all kind of like dropped out of college.
Yeah.
United. And now we brought all of our businesses together. And like decided that we're stronger together. That was like the number one thing that we wanted to do is just start working, like become little mini. Because I don't know, I didn't want to keep wasting my time in college in a career path that I didn't love. You know, I always wanted to dance, but I didn't have like the confidence to like think I was going to be good enough to pursue it when I was growing up. But then social media happened, and like that changed everything for everybody. Like
right.
But yeah, it's been a good ride. It's and then now we moved here to LA after everything that's gone on. Like my family, Los Angeles together. My parents literally dropped everything and they were like, "Let's freaking go."
That's so awesome. Fair. Oh my God, are you loving it there?
They have young souls. Yes, I am. Yeah. I'm loving it so much.
I know it's been a weird year. I actually, before we even like jump more into your backstory, just want to know like how in general 2020 has been for you, because obviously online it looks like it's been crazy and you're busier than ever. And like you said, your whole family is creative. So you guys are all like doing stuff, but in general, like how has this year been?
Well, it's been like the most eye-opening year of my life. I feel like
Yeah.
for everybody it has. It's definitely the entrance of a new era, and I think everybody can feel that. It's
Right.
really it's a lot of new, you know what I mean? And a lot of things coming out that were always hidden, like even in the dance industry, like just so much truth is coming out of everything. So it's been like a crazy emotionally packed year.
Yeah.
But as far as like business goes, it's like literally been the best year of my life. Like it
Right.
couldn't be a better time to be a social media, like an influencer. I'm like afraid to say that word now because people give it such a bad connotation, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's never been a better time to be an influencer. It's true because
Right.
everybody's online. Like you didn't, if anything, there's even more brand deals and more things going around. So it's just literally been, and we've had so much time on our hands that we decided to redo our whole backyard. I don't know if you remember what it used to look like,
Oh
but
my God. The whole stage you have and everything looks crazy.
it's like, I needed it to be that big. They wanted me to make it smaller. I was like, no, I need to have like 20 dancers on the But yeah, no, it's really been like such a good time to like put everything on pause because we were kind of like we were on like what's it called? Like a mode where we just kept, festival. It's like almost like we weren't even being grateful for the festivals. We were going to every festival. We were doing it. It was like going through the motions, just like it was becoming normal. And I feel like this needed to happen as much as it has, like hurt a lot of people in this country. Like
Right.
I just feel like at the end of the day, for those people that are living through it and doing okay, it's like it needed to happen for like a wake up call, and for all of us to just be appreciative. I feel like the next festival, no one will take it for granted. Like no
100%.
way, no way.
Yeah.
I won't care what like I won't complain. I won't care about what the frick I literally won't care. It's like it's not going to be about that anymore. I feel like everybody needed this wake up call. So this year has been pretty freaking crazy. But
yeah, I freaking bet. I mean, I agree with you though. I think the pause was definitely necessary because like anybody I've talked to, not even just like in this space, has said like, okay, I've like reevaluated what's important to me. I might have been able to save money. Same thing, like I was this hamster wheel of like go, go, go. And even for 2020, I think I had booked like at least 6 festivals. And then back on it, like knew that was stretching myself too thin, both financially and just like physically. But I agree with you. Like we'll get back to the things we love at some point, but this year was necessary just to like restructure everything for sure.
Yeah. And it's always it's about structure too. And like preparing for what's coming and like able to have like, especially here in LA, like, and in Hollywood, like it's really fast paced, like,
right.
Like, it's like, I think it's so funny because people are like, you never stop. I'm like, well, I live in a city that doesn't stop, so I can't stop.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good year to put everything on pause and to just kind of like recoup. And it doesn't mean we have to put, like what we love to a break, like, I think it's so cool that innovation has been so crazy, like all the drive-ins and just seeing like the world in this way. So it's really interesting. I think it's kind of cool, honestly, just to see the drive-ins. There's so many sick drive-ins here, like like the Stranger Things one. I don't know if you've seen like all the Halloween stuff.
Oh, no way.
Like the creativity is like on another level, and it's seeing a different side of our generation and of our society. Like, I don't know. I really have no complaints, but I haven't covered anybody losing anybody to COVID or anything like that. So I understand that it has been really rough for some people, and it's not anything to be celebrated, of course, but you have to look at a glass half full for sure.
Right. No, I agree with you. And when did you move to LA?
I moved here 2 years ago.
Okay. So you've already been out there. Okay.
Yeah, we're already out here. And our plan has like literally since I was 16, we wanted to move to LA. I would literally say it all the time. I would be like, we're moving to LA. Like when we were like little, we wanted to be here. I wanted to be a singer and like, but then like, I feel like, well, something like big hit my family, which we like suffered the biggest like financial crisis ever. We were like well off. We were like, we had a boat, we had a house on the beach. Like we had a very like, abundant lifestyle, not like rich, but abundant. We were never lacking. And then when the recession came in 2007, 2008, I mean, everybody lost everything. My parents had a molding business. It was like, interior designing. They were like amazing, which is why we're able to make it. But and no one was buying houses. It was like the crash.
Yep.
So no one was buying molding, no one was buying anything. So we literally lost everything that we had, and we like ended up living in like a little apartment where like me and my sister, my brother was like on the couch, like me and my sister shared a room. Like it was like really rough while we were in high school. So around that time, my whole like, I don't know, wanting to move to LA, wanting to like be an actress or a singer, a dancer, like that kind of just like went down the toilet just because I was like, I feel like it's not possible, you know what I mean? And I just like didn't have the confidence level. Like I did, and I always loved to dance, but like I didn't really think, I don't know, I didn't think that that would be a possibility. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go to UCF in Orlando, and I'm just gonna like be a political science, because at the time the Kaylee and Casey Anthony cases were I was obsessed with that. So I was like, oh, I'm obsessed with it because I should be a lawyer. That's what it is. Oh my God. I literally thought that that was going to be my life mission.
Wow.
And the whole like financial stuff, I was just like, no, I never want to go through something bad. I want to be have a job that makes me a lot of money. Like as a Capricorn, I was like, I never want to be like struggling. So I want to make sure that I'm like, I don't know, like a lawyer or like an engineer, a doctor.
Yeah.
Not thinking about what I love, right? Not thinking about the fact that I was my dance cheer captain. Like I'm not thinking about the fact that I love creating choreos, even like with my I just like threw all of that away.
Yeah. For like stable.
I was like, I have to just like make sure that I'm gonna like not suffer like this when I'm older. So, so that's when I went to college. And so our dreams of like moving to LA were like totally just gone. Like we were like, what? So we went, I went to UCF, and that's when I started going to music festivals at UCF with like all my with all my shuffle friends, with all my sorority and like fraternity friends. They were the ones that introduced me to like the rave culture.
Hey.
And I loved it, dude. I just remember going to festivals and just being like, why is everybody so nice? Like, I was on here. Like, I had never, I don't know, maybe it's like the town that I'm from, but I had never like been around a place where I'm just like, I see a random person be like, do you want water? And I was like, what? Like, I just like couldn't believe that it was like, just such a nice, an awesome, like, I don't know, no fights ever. Like, I don't know. I guess I had never been to like a concert or like a festival like that. So I was instantly in love with EDM, like electronic festivals, like instantly. And then at the time I would see, this is my third year of college. At the same time, I was like, people were on Instagram, and I started seeing videos of Elena Cruz, which was my biggest deal for the longest time. She was my inspo. I was like, not necessarily with the shuffling, but mainly because of like how awesome of a presence she was on social media. She was just so gorgeous and like had such a good energy and also the shuffling. And I was like, damn, that's a cool dance style. Like she makes it look so cute. Like, you know, she makes it look so hot. I loved it. And I was like, I want to do that. And I would see like people shuffling at music festivals, and I would see like circles, and I was like, what is this? I was like, what is going on over here? And if you take it all the way back, I actually like would always like run. Me and my sister were like big runners. We would like run 8 miles to go to the freaking beach. Like we were running addicts. I was never in like cross country in high school or anything like that, but I ran, me and my sister. So I had a really good endurance. I was like, what is this leg thing everybody is doing? Like,
got it. Yeah.
Do this thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I decided that I wanted to pursue it. And dude, in like 2 months I got good at it, just because I was already I was already like a cheerleader slash like not a competitive dancer by all means.
You had that background already.
Yeah, I had a background of like, you know, like passion for movement, you know?
Right.
Not trained at all though, but I was just like, I feel like I could do this. And I had so much confidence at that time. I was like in love with my boyfriend. He was a DJ, and I was like, I'm gonna be I was like, I'm gonna be a like, this is so cool. And I remember thinking like, this is so fucking fun. Like I want to do this and I want to pursue it. And this girl online is pursuing it, because my thing always was like, how can I do, like, is it possible to do what you love, like, and be successful and be comfortable, like, not have to, like, just use it as a hobby? Like, when I was going to put my heart and soul into it, I don't know if it was my trauma from when I was little, but I was like, I don't want to waste my time on anything that I'm not going to be successful at financially.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went into it and mainly seeing Elena's presence on social media, I was like, I think I could do this on social media. I was like, I had so much confidence that I could do it. And I felt like social media would kind of be like my way out of college.
Right.
And it wasn't easy though at first. Like I felt like I was going to be judged by my sisters in my sorority. I felt like I was going to be like, just like shunned upon for not getting a degree. Like I was the first like year of my shuffling journey, I was like very much, I don't know, really insecure about it. But I think the best part was that my parents were so supportive. Like they were just like, freaking do it. Like,
yeah,
you could leave. If anything, it's better for us. All those loans we're going to have to pay.
Yeah. This is true. Wait, so how are you learning? Like when you decided like, okay, I want to do this, were you just watching videos on the YouTube or watching Elena?
I think it's funny because like my learning journey is so hard to be related to anybody's because I never slowed down videos. I never went on YouTube because when I did, there was no good tutorials. Like no one would speak. No one was speaking. They just put like slow-mo and then fast of their feet. And I was like, this sucks. Like I literally hate this. That's why when I came out with tutorials, I'm very vocal about it. And I'm very much in a class with me because I never wanted that to happen to like anybody else. What happened to me? Because I was trying to learn to the point where I was just trying to find tutorials. And I don't know, I also didn't have the patience for them. That my like learning journey was very much like I watched it for so long while I was like going to music festivals for like 4 months of my like I did like a literal with music festivals that it almost like got into like the back burner of my brain. And I just started doing it one day. Like I literally didn't even watch. I would watch a lot of Elena's videos, but at one point I kind of like stopped and I kind of just like started doing my own thing. Okay. And I don't know. I guess it really all starts with a freestyle and a flow. Like it literally comes you putting on like your favorite song, going into your garage, going into your safe space and just doing it. As long as you know the Running Man and the T-step and like maybe the Charleston, you can really create anything. I don't know. And then as I went, the more when I see it, I feel like it goes into my brain and then I just do it later. Which is why I always tell people to not watch too many videos if you're trying to be unique to your flow, because that goes into your head. Yeah. And it's good to like be there and to be supportive of your community. But if you sit around watching too much, you can get lost a little bit looking like other people because even if you don't try to, it does kind of like subconsciously go into your brain. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of how I learned because I can't recall times where I was like, trying to like learn through tutorials. That was like not how my process went at all.
No, but that's good that you said that. That's great advice because that's like my issue sometimes with shuffling. I'm like an overthinker. So I learn like the key moves and then I'm always thinking about what the next thing is going to be and get hung up on that instead of just like letting it go.
Just you got to let it go. You got to let it flow. You literally let it go and flow. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody's process is so different and honestly due to like how we all think, like it's just everybody's journeys are so different. Like on everybody's, what's your zodiac sign?
Pisces.
You're a Pisces. Yeah. I love Pisces.
I love Capricorn's great too. My fiance is a Capricorn. I love Capricorn.
Oh, really?
You guys are so grounded and you are so like goal oriented and driven. But yeah, like stability definitely is a big thing for you.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. And definitely goal oriented. Like you want something, you're going to get it as a Capricorn.
Yes, 100%. But so then when did it go from like practicing all the time? And then were you posting stuff on social media, like right out the gate? And then that kind of just took off for you?
Yeah, well, actually I would practice a lot and I was like afraid to post my first video. And then I'll never forget, it was November 20 something, almost that day, 2016. So it was 4 years ago. So I pretty much around this time, 4 years ago is when I was like, just doing it all the time. Like we would do my dad is the one that has those videos. Like we would be anywhere and I would just be like doing the Running Man. Like, I would do it all the time, but I never had the balls to post it. But one time, I don't know what it is. I think I just found a song. And I remember I would always cover like up the fact that I really wanted to do it with like, like inspired by like, cause I wasn't like confident enough to be like, hey guys, look, I'm learning how to shuffle. I was just like, this inspired me, which was true. Like, but I didn't feel like it. I don't know. It's really bold to post a video of you dancing when you never have, especially when you've just always been a part of like a cheer team or something. Like posting a freestyle is such a vulnerable thing.
Yeah.
So it was around like this time last year, I was like, I want to post my first video. And I did. And it was like this one video where I'm like on it by like this, like, I'm like by the water on like this, like, I don't know, this like dock. I guess it looks like a dock, but it's in the ocean. It's a Boynton Beach inlet.
Okay.
And that was the first video I ever posted. And then I applied for like this competition that was going on at the time. It was like this Polaroid glasses. Was it a Polaroid glasses? Yeah, it was a Polaroid competition. And I remember T-Mac was in it, or he was judging it.
Okay.
Tupac was in it.
Yeah.
Aka was judging it. I think Gabby and Elena were judging it. And then there was like more dancers in it. Like, do you remember Hipster Heidi?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Competition.
Okay. Wow.
We all like passed to the next level. And I think that was simultaneously at the same time I had messaged Elena Cruz and I was like, hey, like it would be a dream. And I had only posted one video. I was like amateur still, but I was like, it would be a dream. Like if I could like meet you, I think it was like EDC or LAN. No. I don't know if I was meet you or if we could collab. And she answered, she answered, which I thought was the craziest thing. And I was like, she was like, yes, of course. Like, let's collab. And we live in the same town because we're both from West Palm Beach. Like, so and we got together. And then that December, 2 months into me even posting a video, pretty much 4 months into me even starting to learn how to shuffle because I learned so quick. Right. It was like already collabing with me, which was the video on the dock. I don't know if you remember.
Wow.
Very first video. Yeah. It was an honor to me. I was like, what? She wants to collab with her? Yeah. She was always really supportive. Like in the beginning, she was always like, you're so beautiful. Like you're gonna be good at this. You're gonna make it because you're so beautiful and you're talented. But she would always like insinuate that. She was like, you have a really charismatic and you're a beautiful soul. And she was really excited now. Yeah, like she was really supportive. And so, yeah, we collabed our first time and then we like didn't collab for like 6 months. And then that summer of 2017, we started collabing nonstop. And that's when she was like dating my brother and like we collabed like nonstop for like 6 months. And I remember that was like really a big push for me in the beginning. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I got to like 100K because I was collabing with Elena and also like my own videos. Yeah. But that was like, and then I would just like, I think we got to a point, me and Elena, where we like stopped collabing and it's just each went on our own like freestyle journey. Yeah. And that was like beginning of 2018. Okay. And and ever since then, I think it like collaborations, that's why it's such an important thing for me nowadays because collaborations were always such an important part of my shuffle journey. Like we instantly, like I swear to God, it was my second video ever was a collaboration with Elena. So, and I loved creating choreos. That's like what I did with my cheer team in high school. When I was in a sorority, I like made the dances. You know when like sororities compete against each other with like, oh yep, I did that. Yep. Yeah. I was like the dance teacher of them. Like, and I was like not even like trained, but I just loved, I don't know, I loved creating choreos. And so that's why like when you look at the way things are going today, I just feel like it's so full circle. And the way kind of my shuffle journey started like next to Elena, because we loved creating choreos. It was like such an exciting part of what we did. Aside from like freestyling, and I was still posting like original videos of my own. Oh, that's what it was. I went back to college. I only came back in December and I collabed with her. And then I went back for my last semester. And then that's a semester where I decided I wasn't going to come back. Okay. And I came back for summer. And that's when I like did like a bunch of collaborations with Elena. We probably did like freaking 15 collabs. And that was pretty much all I would post. And then like some freestyles here and there, but collabing, creating choreography was a really big part of my beginning. For sure. And then like I said, end of 2017, that's when we kind of like went both of our own ways. And we had like a ride ever since. Oh my God, I'm just so excited to talk with you. I find this stuff so interesting and it's so cool to just like learn more about your story because like your growth has been absolutely insane. And I want to ask you too about shuffling in general, because I do wonder, like, is it the timing of it because TikTok has popped off, but like, why do you think shuffling is so popular now? I genuinely think it's because of a group of people
Yeah.
that come out and have made it attractive and beautiful. I feel like a lot of people wanted to keep it underground. I feel like there's a big part of social media that a lot of people are just like blinded or don't want to understand that. And I've learned this alongside so many like incredible social, like Matt Stefanina, biggest dance influencer in the world, has like 12 million subscribers, 12 million subscribers on YouTube. He's insane. Like he has explained to me, and this is something I always knew before I was even starting creating videos, is the presence of your videos. Like you can't post like a wide video and you look like a little ant in the video and expect it, as talented as you are, without showing your face, without being, like a character you can't expect it to blow up. And I feel like that's why it hasn't blown up in the past the way it has recently, because recently the blow up is just amazing. And I think it's because people are seeing it obviously more on TikTok by like some of the biggest, shufflers on TikTok. People are shuffling on TikTok, but obviously I think it comes from the big influencers that started on Instagram, like Elena, Gabby, myself, big people that have like blown it up and made it, easy to watch and beautiful, along with it being technically beautiful and great. It's also just like, it's exciting. It's colorful. It's in your face. Matt literally always tells me, he's like, he always says like, well, if you're going to be like posting a video, like you got to make sure the shuffling starts in like 2 seconds. And although that's like not, or the dancing starts in 2 seconds, because you'll lose people. So there's a lot of like rules behind like how things go viral. And I feel like people don't want to give credit to that. And I feel like that's a lot of the drama that's been happening in the community recently, is like it's people not wanting to give credit to like why this dance style has even blown up to the mainstream, how it even also a lot of people like myself who have literally gone from the biggest influencers in the world, Lele Pons, King Batch, Matt Stefanina, Montana Tucker, some of the biggest DJs we've collabed with, and got it out there, especially in the influencer world. I had D Glazer take one of my freaking shuffle classes.
What the hell?
It's insane. Like dancers are noticing it. Real like industry dancers are respected in the world. And Matt has been a ringleader of putting it out there. The Williams fam have been putting it out there. And it all started with the collaborations that I did with them, and other big influencers like Elena has collabed with them too. And brought it out to not just the rave scene, but brought it out, out there. My dream is to see shuffling on like a freaking Pepsi commercial, or like, I want to see it out there. I don't just want to like harness it and just leave it into one community, I feel like it needs to be given credit, like where credit's due. The fact that so many people know what it is now, and so many people are fiending to learn. Also dance classes. I think that's like a big part of how it's become mainstream, is the classes that started, although people have been teaching, like people of the shuffle community have been teaching classes for a long time, but it wasn't until I came to Los Angeles and taught a class at Millennium, taught a class at T Millie TV, and literally it would be like Jade Bug 97 was teaching, and then I was teaching an hour later, was like the most crazy thing in the world. Bringing it out here, getting it professionally filmed, giving it that like excitement, that high energy, that beauty, because dance has to be beautiful at the end of the day. It has to be, especially if you want it to go mainstream, it's got to be like in your face, attractive, like I don't know. So I think bringing it out here into the dance classes and having more people be intrigued, and someone as big as T Millie like recording it and putting it on his website or on his Instagram of like over 1 million followers verified, like that really gave it its legitimacy. And if we're in communities, right? I feel like talking now the mainstream, the Hollywood community, the dance industry here, right? But not to say that like, this group of like big influencers were the people that brought it mainstream in the dance shuffle community, rave community. Not at all. But I definitely think that when it comes to like influencers, big influencers, and Hollywood in general, it's literally been like the charisma, the attractiveness that we've given it on social media, and the work put in on social media, and like the good energy, dude, because at the end of the day, people can read the energy. They can read know, the energy that you're putting out, your intentions are always extremely bold. Like they are so clear. I can read somebody's intentions from a mile away. And if you're doing it for the passion of it, you know, that's it right there. I feel like a lot of people with all the backlash that's been happening right now, a lot of people like love to say that, you know, me and my family or like certain influencers are just like money hungry, wanting to exploit a dance, but that could not be farthest from the truth. Like, and I don't have to sit there and explain myself, but I just think it's so funny how people really can't read energy sometimes. Like, what do you not, where is the passion missing? Like, if someone, there's no way you could be so consistent and hardworking in something that isn't your passion. I don't think that that's possible, because I would be bored to death, depressed to death. Like, it would be the downfall of, that's not how success happens. Like, no, I feel like it's just the rules of life. It's the rules of like the law of attraction. If you're not doing something for the pure intentions, like the real raw reasons, like it's not going to be successful. So you can't blame somebody's success on like their never ending hard work of grind of obsession with money. You can't, like, there's no way.
I don't get that at all, by the way. Like, I'm honestly, because I think it's the complete opposite. Like, I have a ton of questions here for you about content creation, because from my perspective or an outsider's perspective, I've seen your growth. Like, it's just amazing. I think you guys clearly, like, talk about thought behind a viral video. Like, you can clearly see how much work is going in, like 100%. And I would think that you obviously are passionate about it. You've been doing this for years and years. And I think it's amazing your whole family is involved, first of all. So if anything, like 100%, that's why I'm excited to talk to you, is like, respect the hustle. You took something, you made it happen. Like, you guys are actually doing it, and you're like a full content creation house now, which is like unreal.
Rave house.
Literally. Oh my God. Well, and I wanted to say too about, shuffling just coming into real life too. I would even say this past year, like, my first shuffle class I did in person was this past January, and it was Elena's class in New York City. So much fun. Yeah, in person. So I got to squeeze one in before, and then in this past month, I went to my first shuffle meetup in Hoboken, New Jersey. And honestly, just like how eye-opening that was, like, there were about 100 people there. It was outside, like everyone had masks on, but completely shocked that this had like 100 people at it in New Jersey. So you can see.
Was it like last weekend?
Yeah, it was like 2 weekends ago. Amy Conti was putting it together, I think. Yeah. It was awesome.
The way it's growing is insane. It's insane. It's beautiful.
I don't know how to do it, but no, so I can just tell it's just like absolutely exploding. And I definitely want to ask you about the content creation aspects, because first of all, is there just like music playing in your house all the time?
Well, honestly, no. Recently it hasn't, because my dad, the DJ, has been so working on that. But honestly, yeah, for the most part, there is always, because we're always creating. Like, literally, we have TikTok Tuesdays, which is where I invite however many people. My goal is to have like 100 people here, because we could totally fit them. And then everybody like switches around making content at Casa Contenta, but that's obviously not possible. So I can only invite up to 10 people, I think, like over my house, and always just be outside, and if we're outside, we're good. Because obviously we have to be careful, but yeah, dude, music is always blasting. Music's always going. We're always trying to create colorful, you know, high energy, in your face content that's going to get shuffling out there. And a lot of the times, I know it could seem very repetitive, like what we're doing, but that's what people love. Like, that's the things that we're doing. If it hits, keep doing it. That's I feel like what my theory behind social media is. It's like, if you see something and it hits, continue doing that thing, because that's what people like to see, you know?
What's the process like for you too? Like, can you walk me through, because obviously it's quantity, but it's still in quality at the same time, but also there's an amount of content you have to keep up with. So like, from like the idea to the filming, like what is the process like for behind one video?
Well, number one would always be like, gotta pick a good song, because the song is going to be like 90% of the reason why people even like it. It's either has to be something that's trending. I love to like get songs that are like already trending in like the hip hop world or something, and then like fuse it into shuffling or like cutting shapes, mainly cutting shapes. And then we just like fuse a viral song or something that, you know, we know is poppin', like the Laffy Taffy one. That was like a perfect mixture of like how it all came together and how it went so viral. And it literally like pushed so many people to like start collaborations with their friends. Like that literally that Laffy Taffy video was like the wake up of everybody's like deadness in the quarantine. Like, like, but yeah, it was like a good song. And then we were like, all right, now let's all match. Let's all put our celestial bodies, like cheetah shorts on, black tops. Let's just be really cute. And let's do this Laffy Taffy. Let's do this like crazy fast footwork. And that's what people love. That's what people love. Like synchronicity, up in your face, nothing that's like too far away, a good song. And good energy, and people freaking died for that. Like everybody was going bazookas over those videos, and that kind of like spiraled to like me thinking like, oh crap, like we have to invite more people. So then we started having the Williams. We did like the WAP one. I just feel like the more people you have in it, the more people feel like a big sense of community. So like literally either a lot of people, which is like a big thing that people like to see on TikTok and on Instagram. Also doing things in public is a big thing. Like people love public videos. Okay. And then my most recent video, which is like the reason I like went over on TikTok over 1 million. Finally, I hit 1 million on TikTok.
I know, girl, fucking killing it.
All because of one video though. And it's crazy to think it's something as simple as this video. But I asked Christian one day, I was like, just take a video of Og pulling back, like be the BTS, like show Og recording. And dude, it literally has 20 million. It made me grow like 600,000 on TikTok. It's literally been insane.
Wow, insane. Jesus. Yeah.
Like, insane, all because of a BTS video. So I think when it comes to like thinking about these things, it's viral songs, like songs that are hitting it on the trends. Synchronicity, like, you know, matching outfits. Sometimes we put everything Diosa, like our new Diosa active. And we put everybody in those. People loved those videos. A lot of people and doing things in public places or doing BTS videos. Like people love BTS. Like literally something as simple as you putting the phone down and doing exactly what you're doing, but from a different angle and showing the camera and showing the phone that is recording. I don't know why everybody loves that, but it's like insane. It's like my most video. I can't believe it.
Did that drive you to create the new content Instagram? Content Casa?
Yeah, that was like that viral video was like the one that the reason why we even made this house was to make a content house. That's like literally why we wanted to do it, because you know the Hype House and you know like Team 10.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Like we've been dying of doing something like that, because I've been to those houses before and like they're cool and stuff, but like it's definitely not something that I feel like we already have such an energy here, such a family here, that it's not like I could just like leave and start affiliating myself with something else. We have everything here. We literally have everything we need. So the reason behind making this was because we wanted to make like a big content house and like specialized with like ravers and EDM lovers, shape cutters, shufflers. Like that's like the goal of this house. So pretty much it's all like EDM oriented and kind of like what we would be doing at festivals, we're like doing here. But like that's pretty much the goal of this house.
Wow. How much time do you spend on choreo too? Like, is it quick for you because you've just been doing this for so long?
Well, yeah. I mean, when it comes to TikTok, it is quick because you're just thinking fast content, right? You're thinking like boom, 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 like fast, you know, like you're not thinking too much thought into it. But there has been definitely a switch, because I went so hard into like TikTok for like the past like 3 months. Right. That like I'm like, wait, where are my like OG collaborations? So we've been in the background of like in the behind the scenes of things. We've been working a lot on a lot of big projects that are going to be coming out for YouTube, which is we're starting our YouTube channel. And just like dance films, like big. We're going to be doing. Oh, actually, it's a surprise, but we're going to be doing a big artist video, and there's going to be a lot of shufflers in it, so that's in the works right now. I love quick content, and it doesn't take me that long to make, you know, like 2 8 counts of a choreo right here, especially because like I said, if you know it hits, keep doing it. So we'll always do kind of the same movements, which could seem very like, what is the repetitive, monotonous, could seem very repetitive, but behind the scenes we're definitely working on like improving with so many different like movements and all these different choreos we've been creating for like big things. and I'm excited to just like get back into like the creation of actually creating collaborations with like big dancers and stuff like that. Because for the past months, I've just been like doing mainly like TikTok stuff. But when it comes to like one of those like long collabs and like a good like, juicy choreo, that I overthink the frick out of my choreos because I want it to be perfect. And that could take me like a day, like a whole day of me just going back and forth, like leaving it alone, and really probably like 4 hours of like creating a choreography if I like really care about it.
Right.
Like the ones that I teach in my classes on Saturdays on Shuffle with Van.
Let's talk about it. First of all, how are those going? Like, what's your favorite part about the classes?
Oh my God. I think it's like going live. I like my manager and everybody has been trying to tell me like, just pre-record it, like don't go live. And I'm like, no, like literally I would rather die. I feel the energy when I'm live. Like I feel the hundreds of people that I'm teaching. Like I could feel that. I don't know. And even though I'm not on a Zoom where I'm like seeing them, my classes are like, you just see me. And you can ask questions. There's like a chat, but even though I can't see them, I could feel it. I don't know. And they're always like chatting, and it's always like such a good time. And I just love teaching. I mean, like I love teaching. I remember before there was like even any shuffle classes being taught like at all. My mom kept like begging me. Well, there was like in the underground, like some people, like not influencers or anything like that.
Right.
My mom was always like, teach classes, come on. And I was like, I'm not ready, like, no. And like I've said, I was like, always my sorority sisters, I was captain of my cheer team for 4 years or 4 years. So like, I was definitely very much like, I loved teaching, but I didn't feel like I was confident enough, or like informed enough to start teaching until I like felt comfortable enough. I think it was in the end of 2018, I taught my first class, and it was so out of my comfort zone because no one was doing it. Like there was no inspo for that from my mom. There was literally no inspo for that. My mom was just like, do it, come on. And I did. And it was the best decision I ever made because my classes are amazing. It's like literally where I can connect with everybody the most. And I could like feel it in real life. I miss in real life classes. That's like one thing I miss a lot. A lot of people are starting them again, but I don't know if it's the safest thing, especially being in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles is like the worst right now. So, but I just love the connection of it and being able to teach people my choreo and see them do it, especially see somebody that's like not in their head, not in their head because they're a total beginner. Right. That's what I actually love to see. Someone that hasn't even done the Running Man, the T-step, and come to my class and just have all the confidence in the world, take the information that I'm giving them and just go and run with it. It's the most beautiful thing. It's literally the most beautiful thing. That's why like I didn't even like categorizing my classes as like advanced, intermediate, or beginner until just but because anybody could do it. Like I literally, I strongly believe anybody can do any choreo if they just listen and have like the voice inside their head telling them that they can.
It's literally going to pop off like when we're able to start doing things in person again. Because, first of all, after doing Elena's class, like this is why you guys are in such good fucking shape. Because I was pouring sweat, like I was absolutely dying, but it was the best thing ever. Like I could easily see that because like I used to do Zumba back in the day. Like that's like the next fucking thing because it's such a good workout. It's great cardio, and I just feel like you forget that you're like even doing anything because you're so focused. Oh my God. I could see that in gyms and stuff. I would freaking love that. But
I know. We've talked about that a million times. Like, like bringing shuffling into like a high energy kind of like workout class, but there's so much work to do if we want to make that happen.
Oh, I know, but
it's doable. It's like the EDM lovers of like Zumba.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But oh my God. All right. I have a couple more questions for you. I do want to ask, I know it's like picking a favorite child, but do you have any other favorite like memorable videos for you? I know you just put out a Halloween one. That was awesome, but any that really like stand out to you?
Oh yes. I probably, I have to not think about the recognition from them because I would say, oh, no. My number one favorite video that I think I've ever made is my Williams fam collab, the bitch. That one literally like was the best of all time. Like it was so simple and they kind of like brought me back into the collaboration world. Like that video in itself was like the one that, because I was doing freestyling for so long and like maybe collabing here and there with people, but they were the ones that like, I don't know, just like re-sparked that in me last summer. And ever since then, that's when I brought the girls together, that for the Cascade video. That's when I brought the Christmas video together. But then also the Christmas video, I will say,
too,
I loved it. That's where Jojo Gomez found out about shuffling, and she followed me, and she commented on the video, and I was like, oh my God. That was like, whenever I get recognition from big dancers that I've been watching since I was like 8, I'm off the wall, jumping off the wall, because that, I don't know, I really, honor and recognition is like such a significant, like, I don't know, just
hard work pays off. It shows you that like you're putting in the work. There is a lot of time and effort behind the production. Like everybody can see that. So to see that like recognized, it's an amazing feeling.
And I was always very much a big lover of history. And I remember that the one way for a country to become like a country was to be recognized by other countries. So I don't know, that still rings in my head as to why it's so important to be recognized by the greats, because once you are, like, that gives you the legitimacy to believe that you are a professional shuffle dancer, you know, that to believe that you are not just doing this as a hobby. And like you said, production, the outfits, everything that goes into my productions nowadays it's honestly more than the choreo at this point. It's my incredible brother, my parents who are behind the scenes doing everything to make sure it comes out perfect. And my freaking mom, my dad, and my freaking sister who work in Diosa by Seco and create every single outfit for every single video that I have. They're insane. Like it's really a Seco production, really. And like more than just like a Van Seco choreo or directed by my brother. It's just a whole Seco production. Like the energy put into it, the detail, everything is what it comes to be.
Yeah. That's my whole last question for you. I want to talk about family, because family is a big thing to you. And I love that it's a full family affair. First of all, any festival I go to and I see the Seco tribe flag, I'm bolting over there. And I met Pam and your mom at Izu, and your mom was so cute. She gave me like the biggest hug ever. I was like, this is the best. But I want to talk about Diosa. Can you tell me, like, when did this first get off the ground, and like, where did the idea come from?
So we would go to music festivals a long time ago, like 2018. I remember we went to Ultra. No, was it? Yeah. Yes. We went to Ultra of 2018 and we were wearing, I think it was like Freedom Rave, where we had ordered just like regular outfits from like our friends at Zoe All Over, like some bathing suit companies that would do like high-waisted.
And
before we left to the festival, my mom would, and we always like asked Freedom Rave where it was okay and stuff to like do stuff to their clothes. But yeah, before we left, my mom, we would always have like just a bunch of like, I don't even know, like cinta, how do you call it? Like all these like different things to decorate everything, right? Like
accessories and stuff like that.
Accessories, and like it's not called ribbon, but like the like long,
like a trim, something like that.
Trim is like trim. The word trim is like a significant part to Diosa by Seco, because we never say a piece. It's always something that has some sort of beautiful goddess, like, you know. So we would go to music festivals like in the whole beginning of 2018, and at that point we were starting to like, you know, like get known out there in the shuffle community. So I was meeting a lot of people, and even in general, we would be in the crowds and random people would just be like, you guys look like goddesses, like because of what we were wearing. And it was other like brand outfits, but it's because of like the way we styled it up, like matching the earrings with the armbands and the leg things and decorating the boots and all these little decorations that would go in sync with each other. And people would just be like, goddess. And we got that word goddess so much that we were just like, oh my God. And one day we were just thinking about it. We were like, let's launch a brand. And it was so intimidating in the beginning to like think like, oh my God, we're going to launch a brand, because we didn't know. But my mom and my dad had their own brand, like creating clothing back in like the freaking 80s or like
Oh, wow,
early 90s. Yeah. So they kind of like knew what they were doing. They did know what they were doing. They did it in the past. And they actually say till this day, like that they promised themselves when they were done with that phase and that era, that they were never going to have like a taller ever again, like a clothing
my God.
again. And here we are repeating history. We're like, we don't have a clothing line. But we just realized that there were so many people. There was a high demand because of the following that we had. Who wanted to dress like us, who wanted us to put out this clothing. And we knew it was going to be different from the rest because we knew we were going to like dive into the rave world, you know, showing the booty, you know, the cute tops. But we wanted it to be that Diosa, you know, extravagant, like goddess. Diosa means goddess in Spanish. So that's kind of like where it all came from. We literally listened to the fans. They were like, goddess. We were like, okay, so Diosa, that's what we're going to call it.
Okay.
Vanesa Seco. And yeah, and we were just like, let's freaking do it. But we have to make sure we stay authentic to what we do at all times. Like we have to stay authentic to the goddess brand. So that's why not one outfit will go out there that isn't extravagant. And everything from the very beginning. So I think it was like the end of 2018 where we started launching like jean jackets that were, you know, all done up. It was supposed to be in the beginning all about like doing up, you know, like a regular outfit.
Okay.
But then we got more into, and since the beginning, the whole idea when it came to the festival outfits is that it was always going to be a kit, the Diosa kit, right? So you always get the armbands, like you can't buy like a top on its own. It's always going to be like with the arms, with the choker, with the bandana, with the top, the bottom, the skirt. And now we actually even include like the legs, the
like wraps or whatever they are. Yeah.
Up to like your knee right here.
Yeah.
Kind of like if you're wearing boots. And yeah, it was always supposed to be like the whole package deal. Everything is created here in our factory. Like nothing is China. Everything comes from our seamsters here. And we take a lot of pride in that because most companies everywhere is pretty much fast fashion at this point. And that's also why, you know, Diosa is not like $30 or $50 because everything is handmade. Every outfit that goes out is packed by Pam. Every outfit that goes out, and it's a lot, but I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
It has the touch of the Secos on it. So it is, you know, I think it costs exactly what it's worth.
Yeah.
And then it just like started blowing up as the festivals came. We actually started buying our fabric and not using like old pieces or buying other. We actually started, you know, buying fabric from places, creating actual like videos, actual outfits from scratch rather than like, you know, finding an old like festival bottom and redoing
and like embellishing it. Yeah.
That was kind of how we started. And now Diosa has grown to what it is today, and the creativity keeps growing. Now we're about to have an activewear brand. But really it all started, if you put it all the way back from shuffling. It really all started from shuffling, because if I wouldn't have fallen in love with shuffling and I wouldn't have been like, oh, Pam, raves are where it's at, and then I would have, you know, tagged my brother and sister along with the rave. And you know, and we all kind of like, our confidence really started in the rave scene. It really did, because we all knew we had it. My sister has been literally matching her green. She would wear like a lime green collared shirt to school, her lime green shoes, her lime green like balaka, and then her lime green. She would paint her nails lime green. Like, she was always a fashionista. That's always what she wanted to do. But it has been such a blessing for all of us. And me, like, I always wanted to dance. I would like daydream about dance, seeing Jadebug, and at the time being like, I could do that. Nowhere near that. But like now I've grown to like think maybe I could, you know, and my brother directing. And, you know, when you don't have anything built up, it could be so intimidating. But I'll always thank the rave scene and just like everything in the EDM culture for giving us the confidence, and like right away, all of the love that we received to be like, yeah, we're confident enough to like, Pam could pursue the fashion. Like I could pursue dance. This is a possibility. Like, people are liking what I do. And my brother is like the freaking method behind the madness. He's incredible. So amazing. I think it all comes full circle, because if it wasn't for like the freaking rave scene, and if it wasn't for, you know, EDM music that made us all fall in love, and obviously first and foremost, it's like how in love we are with the music. It's like we never felt
back to that, right? It always comes back to the music.
Yeah. We never felt that about like any other music, except for me with Ariana, but it wasn't something that we all shared. Even my parents, they love EDM. They think it's the most connected music. They literally, my mom always says it like in the spiritual world, like that, like, you know, EDM is like a very like elevated music. I like to believe it's because it's like progressive and it just like builds and builds and builds and builds. And then there's
Right.
like, and that's why these festivals are so euphoric, you know, with or without, you know, whatever.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Looking at them, like they are like, you could be at a festival and the energy is just, and it's because the music is so elevated. So
Yep.
at the end of it all, I'm happy that this scene and the freaking music were able to bring my family together and create the businesses that we have, because it's just, it's wild. I would have never thought my life would have been like this. I wish I could talk to myself.
Yeah.
18 or 17, stressing about money and stressing and bartending. I didn't mention that, but I was like bartending every day, like every night, getting home at like 4:00 in the morning, like just trying to like make it by. Like, and I remember when I was bartending, like people that would come up to the bar would always be like, because I was just so charismatic with them, always like, you know, just like doing my part, but like being me. And they were like, you know what, little girl? Like I always, like old people would tell me like, you're going to be very successful. I don't know what you're going to do in life, but you're going to be very successful.
That's
and
awesome.
That always stuck with me. I was very, I've always been a very go-getter mother freaking biatch. And guess what? Just the beginning. I'm excited for you guys, everybody to see what else the Seco tribe has to bring, because we're not stopping here. This is like the baby steps still.
I'm seriously, no, I'm telling you, it's been amazing to see your growth. I love that it's a family affair. I love that you guys are in this house together and you're just doing it. I'm really excited for the activewear brand. Seriously, your outfits are always amazing. I was going to say Diosa is just amazing because it's unique. Like anytime you see somebody in one of their outfits at a festival, like there's just something so unique about it. People feel special in them. So, and I love that it's the whole package because your girl can't coordinate. So I'm glad that you sell everything together because it's very helpful.
We have it ready for you. All you got to do is put your makeup on. See, that's that's amazing. It's like, I don't know. Everybody loves a good set too. You know, when you like get like a top and bottom, yeah, like, oh, I don't have to like find anything to wear it with.
No. And I love that you guys go to festivals together. I was going to say, it's amazing to see your parents with you there, like having a blast. Like it inspires me to like take my mom to like Izu or something like that.
They're like, they just want to be like us. Like, let's be real. I mean, like they just want to like go out, have some fun. And like, what's the point of leaving them behind? I don't know. We're not in that high school stage anymore of like, my parents are here. My parents know everything we do. My parents, like, you know, like they're right there with us. And if anything, you feel more protected having them with you because sometimes these places aren't that safe, you know? So yeah, we're sad because they only were able to go to 2 festivals with us. And then Ultra came and they were so excited for Ultra because it's our favorite festival.
Yep.
Is our number one. So we were like, it's going to be the best one. And everything ready to go. My class was like fully booked in Miami. Like everything was like ready to go. Flight spot, and then COVID hit. So I'm excited to bring my parents to the next festival once everything opens up.
100%.
They had just started on that journey of going with us to Izu and then East Orlando.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Girl, oh my God, I'm excited for you. It was an absolute blast getting to know you better. Before we go, plug where everybody can find you and connect with you.
It's all Van Seco at VANSECOO. That's what my TikTok is. That's what my Instagram is. And honestly, that's all I use. Oh, but my YouTube is at Vanesa Seco, at VANESASECO, which stay tuned on that because we will be, I don't even think it's an at. It's just Vanesa Seco.
You'll find her.
But yeah, you'll see it. And yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. No, this was awesome. Everybody else, hang tight. I will be back in just a minute with EDM news.
Ooh.
Alrighty, and we are back. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview as much as I did. Seriously, again, thank you, Van, for coming on the podcast. This was a huge moment for me. I get so excited when I get to interview somebody that I really respect and admire and that you guys have requested as well. So I truly hope you enjoyed getting to know her better. It was really amazing just to hear about her family and how she got to where she is. And again, like I respect her hustle so much and look up to her as a content creator. So I will definitely be taking one of her shuffle classes very soon. Again, you guys can connect with her at Van Seco, which is VANSECOO, and she's on TikTok, Instagram, all the things, YouTube if you want to watch some of her shuffle videos. And again, she's got some exciting things coming out. So go check out Diosa by Seco too if you guys need fire ass rave and festival outfits. I, for one, will 100% be wearing a Diosa by Seco outfit, but I'm saving it for the right festival because the outfits are so extravagant and intricate. So to me, that's like an EDC or an Ultra or even like an EDCO, like a big festival outfit. So I will definitely be in one of those next year, and I'm waiting for the right moment. Anyways, with all that being said, you guys, we are jumping into the EDM news section. You guys already know. So I don't think I have, actually I do kind of have festival news. So we'll do festival news first and then we'll do industry news. We've got a couple things to jump into today. So first thing I want to announce, the EDC Orlando live stream is actually taking place this weekend, November 20th and 21st, and anybody on the East Coast, get excited because it is 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern. They're starting it early for us so we can see a lot of the acts. So yeah, anybody on the West Coast, it starts at 6 p.m. And the lineup includes Afrojack, Annabelle England, Autograph, Blunts and Blondes, Cat Dealers, Cosmic Gate, Elefante, Eptic, Goldfish, Good Times Ahead, Daddy Cascade, Loud Luxury, Morgan Page, Peekaboo, Riot 10, Sunnery James, and Ryan Marciano. So we got good people on there. There's a couple I haven't seen any live streams from, so that is gonna be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Ultra Taiwan. Let's spend some time here, shall we? Get a snack, get a drink. Okay, so I had so many people message me saying, can you please talk about Ultra Taiwan, because it's bananas that they had a full-blown festival in Taiwan this past weekend, like a full festival. Watching the videos hurts my soul a little bit, but here's what happened so you guys can follow along with how they were able to do this in the middle of a pandemic. So obviously this is one of the first major festivals we've seen since the COVID outbreak, and I want to read some quotes from this article. This was on the Groove Cartel. I will link it. Okay, so it says, most of the world's biggest news outlets have described Taiwan as a country which has been better able to fight the pandemic without having an authoritarian regimen. According to the experts, Taiwan managed to control the pandemic by shutting down its borders and implementing strict travel policies immediately after China started to record the first contagions. On top of that, a massive contact tracing helped to find out immediately the people that may have come in contact with the virus. So by using face masks and hand sanitizers in combination with measures above, got Taiwan to register only 602 cases of COVID-19 since the beginning of the pandemic, with only imported new cases in the last few months, which is a remarkable result considering that the population density in Taiwan is 673 per kilometers. So with all of these measures in place and basically no internal new cases of COVID-19 in the country, Taiwan has managed to allow large-scale music events in the country. So there you have it, folks. They took it seriously from the beginning. They were able to control the outbreak, and they were able to have a large-scale festival come back. Obviously, it's extremely different than the United States. The United States is massive. It's all over the place. Every state's rules and regulations are different, and it's just a complete and utter shit show, to say the least. So it's very different. You can't compare us and the return of festivals in the United States to Taiwan, obviously, but I just wanted to read a little bit about the event. Somebody was quoted saying, it was pretty surreal given the state of the rest of the world. It was really fun too. As far as masks, everyone was required to wear a mask at the gate. Past the gate, 99% of people took them off. We also had to fill out a contact tracing form on entry and get our temperatures taken and our hands sanitized, which is insane. And it says, for the artists, besides local artists, Road to Taiwan 2020 managed to have on the lineup 4 heavyweight artists such as Keizo, Vinny Vici, Slander, and Alesso. Because of the strict travel policy, all of them had to quarantine for 14 days once they arrived in Taiwan. So they must have been there for 2 weeks, which is crazy. So that's how they were able to play the show. But yeah, in all of the pictures and videos I saw, it looked like some people had masks on, but yeah, everything inside and against the railing and things like that, people had no masks, which is crazy, but it's possible and it gives me hope. You know what I mean? It gives me a little bit of hope. So hopefully we can get there sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's the deal with Ultra Taiwan. I'm sure we'll see this happen more in Europe as all those countries are able to get control of everything. So I would not be surprised if we see Europe happening obviously before the United States. Alrighty, you guys, so I'm just gonna switch gears now into industry news because this plays into it. So I just did a video on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/EmmaKapotes, all about Ticketmaster's new news or announcement, I guess, if I want to say it that way. But basically, they are going to be implementing a new system next year to basically allow for large-scale events to come back. And how they're going to do this is they're either going to need to know if you've been vaccinated or if you've tested negative for COVID within like a 24 to 72 hour window. So basically how this works is, one, you would buy your ticket through the Ticketmaster app. So basically you need the phone app. And then depending on the state or the event, you either need to go get COVID tested within, again, 24 to 72 hours. So say you have an event on a Friday night. If it's a 24-hour window, then you would need to get tested that day. And if it's a 48-hour window, you would get tested on Thursday. Then essentially what you do is you share your results with a third party that's approved by Ticketmaster. So I believe it was Clear Health Pass or IBM's Digital Health Pass are the two that they've named right now. Or again, if you have been vaccinated, you would share that information through these approved third parties as well. They would then check that you actually are negative or you've been vaccinated, and they send those results to Ticketmaster. So this process would be quick, obviously, because the turnaround is pretty fast, but Ticketmaster has stated that they are not storing any other access to medical records, anything like that. It's just your results and it's just your vaccination status. So they're not gonna know your whole like medical history. Obviously, there's some kinks that need to be worked out. This whole like technology is not even approved yet. So, you know, this is something that they're just announcing that they're gonna do. But right now it's just their game plan. So I obviously had some big questions that I addressed in the video. You know, one, if you test positive, do you get your tickets refunded right away? Two, somebody brought up a good point. What if you buy other people's tickets, right? Like say you're a parent and you buy 4 kids their tickets to something. Do you then have to supply all of the people's health information? You know, how does that really work? Anyway, we will see what happens. Obviously, I want events to come back as much as the rest of us do. I want us to be safe about it. So whatever they need to do, whatever technologies need to happen, you know, we'll figure it out and see what happens. But anyways, I really apologize if you guys hear drilling sounds in the background. My house is literally a construction site right now and we're getting our bathrooms remodeled and I have no choice but to work through the noise. So I apologize if you hear anything, that's what's going on. Okay, but getting back on track. My only other 2 announcements. The next one, I have to share a huge congratulations to Tiesto, who is no longer our rave dad. He is a real dad. He and his wife, Anika, welcomed their daughter on, I believe it was November 12th. Viola Marguerite Verwest. So congrats to Tiesto for being a real dad. It's so exciting. And then lastly, I wanted to announce EDM Maniac. If some of you guys follow that Instagram account, it's extremely popular in the EDM scene. So they just announced a new brand, I believe it is, called Maniac Black. And it sounds really cool. It says it's exploring the deeper and darker sounds together. So it looks like they're going to be putting on shows for underground music, techno fans, anybody? So I know the first one is being put on December 4th in Austin, Texas, and it is the artist Brennan Gray. And yeah, so if you guys are into underground music, I think this is really, really cool that they're stepping into this brand and giving a platform to this type of music and this genre. I hope it is more widespread. I mean, obviously they're just getting it off the ground, but I would love to see some of those shows in New York City and Brooklyn eventually. So obviously read their rules and guidelines. Tickets are on sale. It clearly has to be COVID compliant. So I'm sure there's going to be some sort of social distancing involved and mask wearing and all of that so that it's safe, but definitely check out Maniac Black. All right, lastly, you guys, let's get into our songs of the week segment here before more drilling happens in the background. Honestly, at this point, I'm just like, you gotta roll with the punches, right? You know, you guys are always the absolute best as far as providing feedback and suggestions. Like, as soon as you leave me a comment or DM me or post in the Facebook group something, you know, I've tried to make adjustments pretty quickly. One of which being on the YouTube channel. If you guys watch, again, youtube.com/EmmaKapotes. I just started putting timestamps in. This way you can see what is happening in the conversation and you can skip ahead. You can also now see when EDM news starts, see when songs of the week start. So I'm really happy with that and I'm gonna continue to do that. But somebody recommended for songs of the week. They said it would be really, really helpful for you to play short clips of the song so we can actually like hear what you're talking about, which I 1000% agree with. I was like, that is genius. Why didn't I think of that before? But I did look into it, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what length of a song I play. If it's copyrighted, I could probably get in trouble for that. So I can't play any of the clips. I don't want to get into any copyright issues. However, I can do two things. One, most of these songs are already in my new Music Friday Spotify. Oh, I'm leaving that in. Spotify playlist. So if you guys already follow that, you'll probably see the songs in there. And the second thing I can do happily is in our Facebook group. I'm just gonna post links as soon as the content goes live. So that way, if you're in the group, I'll just post all of the songs and you can just click and start to listen and add it to your own Spotify. So I will definitely start doing that moving forward, but I'm sorry that I can't play the clips in here. I don't wanna get copyrighted. Okay, but this week I have 5, baby. We have 5 songs to recommend to you. This was a really good week of releases. Number 1, Alice in Wonderland and Valentino Khan. Their new collab is awesome together. It's called Anything. I just love the vibe of this. I love Allison singing on it. They're so fun together. They're just kind of like a dream duo. So check out Alice in Wonderland and Valentino Khan's new song, Anything. I'm also a really big fan of Side Piece's new song, Together. For those of you who don't know, Side Piece is Nitty Gritty and Party Favor's alias or side project. Always so much fun, always a great like party song, party track. Like obviously they're bringing the house energy, so their new song Together, chef's kiss. I've really been into Medusa's new song, Paradise, as well. This has like a more, I don't know, it's like a little bit more chill or down tempo, but it's still a house track, and I don't know, it just like, it hits you. The first drop is just so good. Like the bass line in it is amazing. So I think I saw it on TikTok, somebody was ranking it. So that's Medusa's new song, Paradise. Also another deep house track, Elderbrook. Elderbrook is so underrated. I still really want to see him live, but his track Numb is a beautiful deep house track that just hits in all the right places. It makes me feel some type of way. I absolutely love it. There's like this breathy thing in the song that's so good. So check out Numb by Elderbrook. And lastly, this is not EDM related, but MGK's whole album is so good, his new album, but I really have been into My Ex's Best Friend and Forget Me Too. I know they've been like all over the radio and those are some of his biggest tracks, but I'm just now really starting to get into that album. It's all your like, if you were into pop punk and alternative and all that fun stuff, he like reawoke that in this album, and it was a very smart play by him because I feel like a lot of people will jive with all of the tracks on that album. So My Ex's Best Friend and Forget Me Too on MGK's album. Definitely check that out. All right, my friends, we have made it till the end of the episode. Thank you so much for sticking with me here. And again, thank you to Van for coming on today. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this. The biggest thing you can do to support this podcast is tell somebody about it, whether that's through an Instagram story where you tag at Rave Culture Cast, or sending a link to your Rave fam, or I even see you guys post it in random Facebook groups. I'll see somebody say like, oh, what's a good podcast to listen to? And one of you guys will share a link. Like, you don't know how much that means to me, and I really, really appreciate it. So all those little things help support small creators. And I'm wearing the Rave Culture Cast merch line today. This is my favorite piece. I know, it's like picking my favorite child, but the long sleeve is to die for. It is so, so comfortable. So definitely check out the Rave Culture Cast merch line. It's always linked down below. And we're getting to the colder season here. You know, the beanie is cute, the hoodie is delicious and buttery and soft and warm. So I'll let the collection speak for itself. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. You can follow along with us at Rave Culture Cast and at Emma Kapotes. And of course, if you want to watch the YouTube episodes, youtube.com/Emma Kapotes. Alrighty, I think that's everything. Do not forget to send in your most embarrassing rave and festival story memories. Next week is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to read these. It's gonna be so good. So email raveculturecast@gmail.com with your submissions. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much, and I will be back next Wednesday with a very fun, raunchy episode. Bye, you guys.